So this is the given information. I was written like this. This is for a second problem. Okay, so once you cross verify. So there are 4 factories are given. So the 4 factories incurring the additional unit cost rupees 2 for A and rupees 3 for B and rupees 1 for C and 5 for D, and also the respective production capacities. So production capacities of the factories is nothing but that is supply, right? So 50, 70, 30 and 50 units are given. So similarly there are 4 stores. So factories are supplying these units to 4 stores, that is 4 stores are given, and these 4 stores demanding 25 units of store 1 and 35 units of store 2 and 105 units of store 3 and 20 units of store 4. So now we are going to apply these adjustment to this given table in the problem. So this is the table given in the problem. So if you get confusions, you draw the line like this. Okay, so don't get confusion with this number. So 1 2 3 4 is nothing but stores is given. Okay, so A B C D is nothing but factories. So this cost will be given as individual cost. Okay, so now see, there are 4 factories. So once you see the sentence which is given in the problem, that is the additional unit or additional production cost incurred for the 4 factories respectively rupees 2, rupees 3 and rupees 1 and rupees 5, right? So observe a factory, that is for factory A, what is the additional cost incurred? Rupees 2. So this rupees 2 is for single unit, right? So see, it is a factory A. So in table, where is the factory A? So here is the factory A. So this 2 rupees incurred for how many units? Only single units, right? So factory A supplying how many units? That is, this costs will be going to related to only single units, right? So there are 4 units costs will be given. So what is the additional cost incurred for single unit? Rupees 2. Then we have to add rupees 2 for all units, because factory A will be going to supply that the total demand to store 1 or store 2, store 3, store 4. So that we know after calculating the demand and supply. Okay, so here what they told, the additional cost of unit incurred rupees 2 per single unit of factory A, means a factory A supplying and the factory A. So related to factory A, there are 4 unit costs are given. Then the additional cost will be, that is additionally 2 rupees will be incurring extra to supply the quantity or product from factories to demand, that is factories to store. Okay, so see, similarly for factory B, what is the additional unit cost? Rupees 3 per single unit, right? So how many unit costs are given? 4 unit costs are given. So this 3 rupees is additionally incurring for single unit. Then for 4 units we have to add, right? So +3 +3 +3 and +3. So that is the logic. Okay, so for factory 3, what is the additional cost for single unit? Rupees 1. There are how many unit costs are given? 4 unit costs are given. So additional cost 1 rupee is going to incur. 1 rupee and 1 rupee and 1 rupee. So for factory D, rupees 5, rupees 5, rupees 5 and rupees 5. So this is the logic. So now we have applied the additional unit cost to this table. Next we have to apply supply information. You know where supply information is necessary and demand information will be going to helpful. Okay, so write down as stores and factories. So how many factories are there? 4 factories, A, B, C and D. And how many stores are there? 1, 2, 3 and 4 stores are there. So if you get confusion, you draw the line. Okay. Now already we have applied this additional cost adjustment to this table. So in calculating this, that is unit cost, we have to apply and add this 2 rupees and 3 rupees and 1 rupees and 5 rupees to the respective factories. Okay, so now see, this supply information will be where we have to put. So ultimately here, right? So what is the supply from factory A? 50, and factory B 70, and from factory C 30, and from factory D it is 50 is supply. So, and also we have used supply information. Next, stores information. There are 4 stores are given, and the demand made by the 4 stores are 25. So we have to put demand here, right? So demand 25 and 35 and 105 and 20. Okay, now we have to calculate the individual costs of units of respective factories. See, individual cost, how to calculate the individual cost? So including additional cost of unit. 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 2 8, 11 plus 2 13. So in similar way we have to calculate the total individual costs of various factories. So 10 plus 3 13, 8 plus 3 11, 7 plus 3 10, next 5 plus 3 8, next 13 plus 1 14, 3 plus 1 4, 9 plus 1 10, 12 plus 1 13, next 4 plus 5 9, 6 plus 5 11, 8 plus 5 13, 3 plus 5 8. Okay, so after this you know how to calculate the total row penalty and column penalty, and how to satisfy the demand and supply. So in any problem, if you want to calculate the total transportation cost or to satisfy the demand and supply, first step is to see whether the demand is equal to supply or not. If it is not equal to demand, that is the demand is not equal to supply, or supply is not equal to supply is not equal to demand, you have to add the dummy column or dummy row. So thereafter you are going to calculate the total transportation cost and satisfy the demand and supply based on Vogel's approximation method. So try the problem. If you don't know, I will post the solution through in this YouTube channel only. Okay, thanks for watching. Thanks.